is NBA Fast Break.
Opening tip begins with the Celtics and Cavaliers in a heavyweight tilt. The three-star Clovers come to Cleveland to contest the hottest guy in the league. Kobe and the Kid in L.A. The Lakers get their very first regular season look at Kevin Durant. Plus the Bucks stopping everyone. Milwaukee might be brewing up something in Beer Town. They put the league's longest win streak on the line. Those stories and much more all on our radar here on NBA Fast Break. I'm Matt Weiner along with Jalen Rose and Kiki Vandeweghe, blanketing the league because that's what we do. We begin up top, Cavs and Celtics. Hottest player in the league, best team of the young season so far, not to mention the defending Eastern Conference champs, taking on the team that looks to be poised, at least early going, to succeed them in the East. It happened in Cleveland. Here we go. LeBron James, reigning Eastern Conference Player of the Week, back-to-back triple-doubles. Swings it here to Zydrunas Ilgauskas. It's good to have friends. Ilgauskas to Drew Gooden in the other corner.
Drew Gooden had a big-time game today. They really need him to step up, and he did tonight.
Cavs up by 9. James in transition, throwing it down.
You don't need much when you have that guy, though.
Up 19-7. Here come the C's. Eddie House penetrating to Ray Allen. Eddie House penetrating and kicking to Ray Allen. Ray Allen got off the bus shooting.
If you can imagine someone shooting a jump shot out of a phone booth, that's how Ray Allen's jumping.
All right, so Kiki, how did the Celtics defend the King?
I want you to watch this. Look, they're playing an old box and one. Everybody is guarding LeBron James, and he still hits this big shot. But here's the way it works. He has to pass up the ball. He needs other players. Ilgauskas misses the ball, misses the shot here. But it's a great way to play against a guy like LeBron James.
Third quarter, KG on the block, kicks it to Paul Pierce, swing it to Allen. He was locked and loaded for 3. Allen finished with 29, but at some point, Jalen, Drew Gooden may have entered another dimension in this game.
Yes, Drew Gooden using his size over the smaller big baby on the perimeter, shooting another jump shot. He was 8 for 8 in the third quarter. Anytime you get that kind of production out of your power forward slot and you Alexander Varejao, you might want to think about getting your contract done.
Gooden finished 11-15, 24 points. A little backdoor action there. Ilgauskas to LeBron. Cavs down 1. Cavs swing it. Sasha Pavlovich, Trey Bied. Game tied at 92. 25 ticks to go. Celtics going for the win. Ray Allen fouled down the lane. He's going to the free throw line. 92% shooter this season, 88% for the career. He missed both.
Jalen, please tell me that didn't happen.
That didn't happen, and it didn't happen that LeBron James didn't put his head down at home and drive to the basket on that last shot.
He had the last shot. It didn't go, and so we go to overtime.
I'll tell you, he made up for it here. Big time, big shots. Very few players can actually make that shot.
Rajon Rondo, they're counting on him in spots. Couldn't get it there.
Well, he hasn't been shooting well the last 4 games. I think a total of 19 points. That won't get it done from the point guard play.
So the Cavaliers take it 109-104. Cavs have won 4 straight. James scored 11 of the Cavaliers' 17 in overtime. Didn't get a third straight triple-double. He did get 38 and 13 assists, not to mention a win against the best team in the league, at least so far.
It definitely was a big win. I think us holding a high-powered offense like that, 43% shooting for the game, pretty good. We fought our way back. We was down, we was up, and we found a way to win. So we know how to win ball games, no matter what the score is, and it won't matter how much time on the clock. We know how to win ball games.
LeBron makes some big shots in overtime, and we don't make shots. The overtime was what it was. But before overtime, I thought we had the game in hand.
Well, he used the overtime to his advantage to get on this list, did LeBron James. 8 straight games against the Celtics of at least 30 points or more. Only Wilt Chamberlain has had a longer streak against the C's all time. More importantly, the Cavs have won 7 of those 8 games. So Jalen, when you look back on this game, it's late November. Everybody understands this. This is not a playoff game. It did have an important feel to it. What did you learn?
What I learned is that The Cleveland Cavaliers are the defending Eastern Conference champions.
Oh,
and
yeah.
What happened
Yeah.
when you're an NBA
Forgot about
player,
that.
when you're a professional athlete, you hear about how great the Big Three is, how the Boston Celtics are going to be the team that comes out of the East. And LeBron James and the players in the Cleveland Cavalier locker room, they read the paper, they hear us on NBA Fast Break, they understand that that's why you play the game. And so LeBron James took it upon himself to lead the team. You get great efforts from Drew Gooden with a double-double, to Drunas Ilgauskas a double-double. Big-time players make big-time plays. But Kiki, those Boston Celtics that we're talking about coming out of the East, did you learn anything about them tonight?
I tell you what, Jalen, this could be a wake-up call for the Celtics. They're a great team. I mean, they know how to win games, but they're not truly great until they develop that killer instinct. And what I mean by that, they've got to win these type of games, Jalen, at the end. You know, they're 3-2 on single-digit games. That's just not good enough. They've got great players. Pierce is a great player. Allen is a great player. Garnett's a great player. The thing about it is they haven't learned quite yet how to close games. They will as a team, but it's going to take some time. They're going to need guys like Rondo and Perkins to step up big time at the end, and it's going to take some time at the end if they get there.
Is there a recipe to be gleaned from this game, how to beat the Boston Celtics?
Well, this is a playoff type game, and you know they slow it down, and you're going to have to play great defense if you're the Celtics at the end, but you're going to have to make, if you're playing against the Celtics, you're going to have to make other players beat you besides the big three.
And when you talk about the Big Three, when they take Kendrick Perkins out the game, who's the Boston Celtics starting center, I noticed that the Boston lineups get real small. When you come in with Big Baby, he's like 6'7", and then you may go with a third guard. So that's one of the things the Cleveland Cavaliers exposed. They exposed the fact when you post your bigs, you have an opportunity to take advantage of the Boston Celtics inside.
Think about it, not unlike the Suns when Steve Nash went over there. People are going to have to figure out the Celtics, what they bring, and how to counter those moves. We'll get a chance to see what the Cleveland Cavaliers can do on Sunday in Boston, see if anybody's learned anything about each other. We continue here on NBA Fast Break. Much more to come straight ahead. Fresh from the best game of his young career, Kevin Durant gets up close with Kobe Bryant. We've got the matchup. The league's longest win streak belonged to the Bucks when the night began. We'll show you how they handled prosperity. Plus, with the Heat and Bulls following playoff seasons with miserable starts,